Hi everybody, it's me, MJ, and it's time for Kids Church. Coming to you today from my living room and St. Luke's United Church in Upper Tantallon. I'm so glad you could be here. I hope you had a wonderful week. Right off the bat, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I hope you guys all remember to wish your mom a Happy Mother's Day. But actually, I know you guys, and for them, every day is Mother's Day. You guys are such great kids. Anyhow, let's get started. I'm going to light our Christ candle to remind us that Jesus is the light. And I have a story to share with you today. Today's story is from 1 Corinthians. And early on in the beginning church, the Apostle Paul, after Jesus died, went out and he and the other apostles helped to set up churches all around the countryside. And one of the early ones they started was in Corinth. So Paul would set up the church and then he would leave and it would carry on. He would spend some time with the people, like, I don't know, several months or maybe a year, and then he would move on to start a church in another town. And then he would send letters back to the people in Corinth where he'd already set one up. And this is one of those letters. And this letter is called Each Person is Important. And look at the picture. It shows a bunch of body parts. There's an ear and an eye and a hand and a foot. I wonder what that's going to be all about. Let's see if we can find out. Each person is important. Here is part of a letter Paul wrote. He wrote it to people in Corinth who sometimes argued with each other. Paul wanted them to stop their fighting and work together. He wanted them to know that God thinks every single person is important. Dear friends in Corinth, please try to get along. Jesus doesn't want you to be arguing. Jesus doesn't want you to be angry. Jesus wants you to be kind to each other. Jesus wants you to be friends. We all like to have things our own way. Everyone would like to be boss over everybody else. But you are part of a Christian church. You must work together if you want to live in God's way. Think of your church as if it's a person's body. The whole church body should live in God's way, not just some parts of it. Would your foot say, "Because I am not a hand, I don't belong to the body"? That's silly. Would your ear say, "Because I am not an eye, I don't belong to the body"? No, that's silly. If your whole body were an eye, how would you hear things? If your whole body were an ear, how would you smell things? Your eye can't say to your hand, "I don't need you." That's silly. Your head can't say to your feet, "I don't need you." That's silly. God has put all the parts of your body together so that they can help each other. Everything is part of one body. If part of your body is hurting, then you feel bad all over. If part of your body is happy, you feel good all over. The church is like the body of Christ. Each one of us is like the hands or feet or eyes or ears of that body. Each one of us can do different things. Some people can sing, others can listen. A few can run fast. Some people can work hard, others can draw nice pictures. Some people can think and talk about important things. Each one of us is important. We are Christ's body and we are all needed, living in God's way means working together as the church. Your friend Paul. And look, there's all the people there listening to Paul's letter. I like that story. It kind of makes me think we're all good at something, but we don't all have to be good at everything. And we all have our own opinions. Sometimes it's not always easy to agree with your friend or maybe your little brother, but you don't have to agree on everything as long as you mostly get along. Well now, why don't we check in with my good best friend, Big Ruth, and Kitty D, and see what they have for us today.
Hello everybody! Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. And Kitty D and I would like to say a big hello to you and thank you for coming back again this Sunday. Oh yes, Kitty D says, don't forget, tell the children that we're going to sing about being a friend this week and that Kitty D and I have been friends for a long time. This week, Kitty D, I'm going to use the ukulele. Well, it used to be a guitar, but I put it in the dryer. I know, that's just a joke. But this is a ukulele, and this is how we tune it. Now, I know you don't like this, Kitty D, but we have to do it. So here we go. My dog has fleas. Oh. It's okay, Kitty D. That's a joke too. All right, children, let's all celebrate our friends and being a friend. And remember, when you're a friend, you're kind and you walk side by side with your friend. And we always forgive our friends, even though sometimes it's hard. But being a friend is very important. All right, so let's sing some songs together. Here we go. Wonderful. And children, I could hear you singing because I bet you're familiar with that one. Well, this one is all about being a friend and also just being kind. And the more love that you give, well, it's just love everywhere at that point. So here we go. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight, you won't have any. Spend it, lend it, and you'll have so many, they'll roll all over the floor. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. That's right, Kitty D. All right, now we're going to sing a little song that I wrote all about being happy that you're by my side and my friends by my side and Jesus by my side. So here we go. Oh, I'm happy that you're by my side. Happy you're by my side. All day long you walk with me. Thank you, Lord, for living in me. Happy you're by my side. Jesus That's right, Kitty D. Kitty D says have a great day, and again, happy Mother's Day, all you wonderful mums. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, Big Ruth, that was fantastic. I can't believe how talented you are. Thank you for sharing that with us. I loved it. Your friend Kitty D, she's quite a singer. That reminds me, did I ever tell you guys why I call my friend Ruth Big Ruth? Well, some of you might know that my daughter's name is also Ruth. So when she was Little Ruth. And of course, that made my friend Ruth, you got it, Big Ruth. So the name has kind of stuck, even though they're both grown-ups now. Well, I have a couple of crafts here I thought I would share with you today. Since our theme is kind of about working together and being good friends, I was thinking of friendship crafts. So I made this, and you guys have probably all made these. It's a friendship bracelet. So all you need is 3 pieces of colored yarn, or you could use embroidery floss if you have that, or even just plain string. I had 3 different colors, but you can do it all the same color if you want. And you just cut it, well, this is probably a little too long. I might have to trim the ends, but cut it quite long enough, like maybe about 50 centimeters long, and then fold it in half, and in one end tie a knot. The knot should leave a loop that's going to be big enough to fit your fastener through. And we're going to use one of these buttons as a fastener. So then all you do after you have it tied together is grab your 2 strands. So I have 2 strands of green and 2 of purple and 2 of white. And then we just braid it over each other. So left over the middle, right over the middle, left over the middle. Keep going until you get the whole thing braided, like this one. Then when you get down, you can kind of test it on your arm and see, yeah, that's a pretty good length. Take half of the strings on one side and half on the other, and then you're going to need to have, I used a button, but you could use like a pony bead or something like that. And you're going to have something, I have a little crochet hook, something Mom and Dad can probably help you, a darning needle or something to help you pull the yarn through the holes. So I have 3 of the strands. I'm going to just pull them through the hole in the button. This button I love because it's shaped with a heart. And this is a present for my friend Big Ruth. And Big Ruth loves buttons. She makes beautiful jewelry out of buttons. She has a big button collection and she makes lovely, lovely necklaces. So the buttons kind of made me think of Big Ruth. Then once you get your button threaded on there, you just tie another knot in the end to finish it off, and then I would snip off the extra string, and then look, the button fastens the bracelet in a circle. So that one was pretty easy. The other one is a card I made, and it's also for Big Ruth. It says, Big Ruth is kind, helpful, talented, caring, funny, and loving. I thought you guys might like to make a card like this for one of your friends, because I'm sure you're missing your friends. And that's a nice thing to remind you of what it is that you love about your best friends. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. You know how much I love you. Stay well. Enjoy Mother's Day with your family. Don't forget to Wash your hands with warm soapy water. Oh, and I was thinking that next time, maybe next Sunday, we could get together again and have a Zoom meeting for Sunday school. I think we'll have it next Sunday morning at 10 a.m., but I'll let you know in this week's Church at Work, the newsletter. So stay tuned for the details, or you can check on the website or Facebook. Okay, guys, MJ loves you. I miss you. Be good and stay well. Bye for now.